There's a new twist in the Wes Watson saga into scamming people with some online lifestyle training course
that would blow them up. Every move that would give them a dope life, they stop themselves.
If he comes to your gym, call the police. Don't engage, because if you get arrested for anything else, you'll be locked up in jail until you're trialed.
We've seen a lot of fake gurus on the internet, but few are as toxic, ego-driven, and genuinely unhinged as Wes Watson. He markets himself as the ultimate authority on discipline, a man hardened by years in the California prison system who now teaches you how to wake up at 4 a.m., build a physique, and conquer your mind. But what happens when the cameras turn off? What happens when this master of mindset is forced to face the one thing he can't intimidate? The law. Recently, a 150-page court transcript from a civil case involving Wes Watson was leaked. And let me tell you, it is a psychological train wreck. The man who preaches self-control and emotional mastery spent his time in court screaming like a petulant child. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the secret trial of Wes Watson. We're going to expose his blatant lies about his height, his deep-seated racism, and his desperate attempts to blame AI for his own mistakes. Is he a motivational speaker or just a professional actor playing a character to steal your money? Stick around, because after today, you will never look at Wes Watson the same way again.
If he comes to your gym, call the police. Don't engage, because if you get arrested for anything else, you'll be locked up in jail until you're trialed.
Okay, I just want to, just real quick.
Mr. Watson, please don't make any statements. You and I can talk about it. Thank you, sir.
Sorry about that.
No problem. No problem. I'll make sure your bond is arranged. Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's start with his recent performance in a civil deposition. Imagine for a moment, you are a global leader in mindset coaching. You tell your clients to be pro-status and remain calm under pressure. Yet, in this transcript, Wes Watson is anything but calm. From the very first page, he was combative, rude, and physically agitated. When the lawyer tried to ask a simple question, Wes repeatedly cut him off. The lawyer had to tell him, "Mr. Watson, it doesn't work this way. You have to let me finish my question before you answer." Wes's response? He began shouting, "How are you going to talk to me that way? Raising your voice at me. I'm just trying to speak." He tried to play the expert, despite being the one under investigation. The most shocking part was when he turned the attack personal. He told a professional lawyer that he was a fraud and that he was going to hell just for doing his job. Think about that for a second. If you are truly a disciplined man, do you lose your cool and tell a lawyer he's going to eternal damnation during a legal proceeding? Wes kept screaming about how he saves lives for a living, but the transcript shows a man who is incapable of saving his own reputation from his own ego. One of the darkest parts of the transcript involves a past video where Wes was caught making a highly offensive, racist remark toward a group of black men. When the lawyer confronted him with this, Wes didn't apologize. He didn't show remorse. Instead, he gave a defense so pathetic it's hard to believe. He claimed he wasn't being racist. His logic? They were jumping around like monkeys, so I called them monkeys. It has nothing to do with race. When the lawyer pressed him harder, Wes dropped a massive bombshell that undermines his entire coaching business. He admitted that his online persona and his videos are partially fiction. He literally compared his brand to the WWE. He said, "Everyone knows it's like wrestling. It's not real. It's a performance." This is a massive gotcha moment. If your videos are just scripted wrestling, then why are you charging thousands of dollars to save lives with your advice? Are you admitting that your entire alpha personality is just a gimmick to get views? He essentially confessed that he is an entertainer first and a mentor second, or perhaps not a mentor at all. He creates drama because drama sells, even if that drama involves using racial slurs and then hiding behind a wrestling metaphor.
People online swear I'm 5'8", so getting the correct height would be cool because everyone says I'm 5'8". For some reason, it's some joke they have, but I'm like...
To most people, height doesn't matter, but for a man whose entire brand is built on being a giant or a monster, it is his biggest insecurity. There is a running joke online that Wes Watson is actually 5 feet 8 inches tall, and nothing, absolutely nothing makes him angrier than this. He constantly claims he is a solid 6 feet tall. During the deposition, the lawyer brought out his official arrest report. In black and white, the official police record listed his height as 5 feet 8 inches. When asked about this discrepancy, Wes's reaction was pure comedy. He claimed, "When I got to jail, they measured me wrong. I'm 6 feet. The people online just have this joke that I'm 5 feet 8 inches, but it's not true." Think about the level of delusion required here. He is arguing that the police department's measurement system is part of a hater conspiracy. Why lie about something so easily provable? Because Wes Watson is terrified of being seen as small. He needs to be the biggest person in the room to maintain his sense of power. If a man cannot even be honest about his own height, how can can you trust him to be honest about your life? Let's talk about accountability, or the lack of it. Do you remember the John Bravo incident? Wes publicly challenged a man named John Bravo, gave him the gym's address, and told him to show up and fight. It was a clear act of intimidation. But in court, under oath, Wes suddenly developed amnesia. He told the lawyer, "I don't know this guy. There are 10 billion views of people making videos about me. Is John Bravo even a real person? I think he's AI." When the lawyer showed him the direct messages he sent from his own account, Wes shifted his story. He claimed he has 100 fake pages and he doesn't know which one sent the message, but it gets even weirder. Wes is now claiming that any video of him that he doesn't like is an AI deepfake. He told the court, "My haters are making AI videos of me kissing other men in the gym. It looks real, but it's fake." This is the ultimate get out of jail free card. Whenever Wes is caught being a hypocrite or caught in a compromising position, he just yells, "AI." He refuses to take responsibility for anything. He claims he's a grown man with work to do, yet he spends his nights sending threats to strangers and then lying about it in court. Wes Watson is a man who builds his kingdom on the shifting sands of others' insecurities. He sells a dream of power and discipline, but he fuels it with fear, aggression, and a wrestling persona that we now know, by his own admission, is partially fiction. He convinces you that he has all the answers to your life's problems. Yet this 150-page court transcript proves he can't even solve his own lack of self-control. This isn't just a legal document, it's a psychological profile of a pathological liar who unravels the moment he isn't the one holding the camera. In that courtroom, the master of mindset was nowhere to be found. Instead, we saw a man who threatened a court reporter, disrespected the judge, and tried to intimidate professional lawyers by telling them their lives would be ruined if his behavior ever went public. He barked about saving lives while simultaneously cursing at the people doing their jobs. Well, Wes, the transcript is out. The public has seen the truth. The world is finally seeing you for what you really are. A man who screams at lawyers to hide his fear. A man who lies about his height to soothe his ego. A man who uses racial slurs and then hides behind the coward's excuse of AI deepfakes when he gets caught. Why are we still giving this man our time, our attention, and most importantly, our money? A true leader doesn't need to bark like a dog to command respect. A truly disciplined man doesn't lose his cool and throw a tantrum during a legal deposition. Wes Watson is not a lifesaver, he is a salesman. He is selling a toxic, hyper-aggressive version of masculinity that he himself cannot live up to when the pressure is actually on. It is time to stop feeding this monster of an ego. We need to stop making people famous who treat others with such blatant vitriol. Share this video because the world needs to see the real Wes Watson, the one who exists when the filters are off, the lights are dimmed, and he's forced to answer for his actions. I want to hear from you in the comments. Are you surprised by these courtroom revelations? Or did you always sense that the alpha persona was just a gimmick? It's time we value real integrity over loud-mouthed performance. Stay disciplined, the real kind, the quiet kind that doesn't need to prove itself to a camera. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button if you're ready for the truth to be told.